Have you ever said hi to someone and they sort of froze? Or maybe someone smiled politely while you were pouring your heart out, and you walked away wondering, did I say too much? We all think we know how to be respectful, honest, polite, kind. But what if your version of kind feels rude to someone else? Or their idea of respect feels distant or fake to you? Most of the time, we don't mean to offend each other. Here's the thing. We all think we're speaking the same social language. But more often than not, we're using totally different dictionaries. Take the word respect. To some, respect means being honest, even if it stings a little. To others, respect means avoiding conflict, especially if it stings. Or consider politeness. In one culture, that means being warm and expressive. In another, it means staying quiet and composed. It's not that one is right and the other is wrong. It's that we've been taught completely different ways to be good people. This is where things get tricky, because when you don't feel understood, it's easy to assume someone's rude, cold, fake, or even aggressive. But what if we had a way to understand each other that didn't rely on assumptions? A way to see where someone's coming from, even when it's not how we do it? Well, we do. Psychologists call it the BIG5 personality traits. Imagine 5 sliders, like a game stat card. Everyone's personality sits somewhere on these 5 traits: openness, how curious and imaginative you are; conscientiousness, how organized and responsible you are; extroversion, how energized you feel around others; agreeableness, how much you care about getting along; neuroticism, how sensitive you are to stress or emotions. Everyone has a unique mix, and cultures tend to nudge people in certain directions. For example, in general, Western cultures tend to score higher on openness and extroversion. That's why being direct, assertive, or emotionally expressive is often seen as good communication. Eastern cultures, on the other hand, tend to lean higher on conscientiousness and agreeableness. That's why indirectness, modesty, and emotional control are seen as respectful and mature. So, when someone avoids saying no or gives feedback in a roundabout way, they're not being confusing. They're being considerate in their language. And when someone says exactly what they think with strong emotion, they're not being rude. They're being sincere. Once you start looking at the Big 5, things click. It gives you a map, not just for understanding yourself, but for understanding how others navigate the world. Instead of saying, why are they like this? You start asking, what trait might be showing up here? It shifts you from judgment to curiosity. And that tiny moment of awareness, that's where connection begins. The Big 5 won't fix all misunderstandings, but it gives us language for things we feel but never knew how to explain. And when we have a shared map, we stop getting lost in translation. Understanding isn't agreement, it's empathy. If you want to explore how personality and culture shape your world, stick around. This is just the beginning.